Hello, self, cosmos, ohana, everything else in between. This is Magic Mirror Work part 3 or 4? 4, I think now. Dang, for March 12th, 2025. It's around 9:43 a.m. So I finished my morning call. Let's see here. And I wanted to start this again because I just noticed a discomfort in my body, a pushing, a not just being. And I recognized on that call I was trying to push because my mind had certain objectives it wanted to have. And I felt discomfort when I wasn't feeling like I was reaching and meeting those objectives, that I couldn't push the needle in the way that I wanted it to. That's part of it, at least. And I just wanted to start this and see what else is there. So it's recognizing the discomfort, the tension that happens. Like I feel tight, I feel like I'm stressed, I feel like I'm not at ease, I feel like there's a misalignment. And then I just listened to a little piece that my dear friend Marika sent me about manifestation. It's about listening to the consciousness that wants to bubble up and then having that come out, versus trying to tell the universe from my own head what I want, because it's not like it's not already there. Each of us is unique, like a thumbprint, all that stuff. It's actually tapping into that God consciousness that's within me. And I'm recognizing in that call, I was trying to probably push out what I thought I wanted, versus allowing myself to really receive the messages as I'm chatting, because it wasn't really a receive and give. I was hearing something going, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. It's like, and then also thinking about the money side of things. And so focused on that as well, versus what does this mean? And then now I'm going to take myself back to it. It's like, they're talking about being with the land, that part I appreciate. They're talking about wanting to keep it bespoke. They're using keywords that actually are triggering a part of myself. That's what I want too. What I'm doing is bespoke. What I'm doing really wants to be in care of. And I'm not saying those things because there's a part of me that wants to almost feel like it's mass producing, because I'm trying to figure out how to cut down the costs of it to me. And then letting that go, because that's not what we're going to do. The beeswax candles are going to just stay, not just going to stay, they're going to be beeswax candles. Beeswax smells amazing. So now, taking a look at the essential oils, the droppers, the rollers, how to actually use that. How to use that in a way that serves. Okay. And just noticing these parts of myself, these different parts that want to push, that want to pull, that want to drive, that want to create, and then noticing how I'm trying to create that with people outside of my team that are totally committed and grateful. Like even in the marketing side, if it doesn't work out, branding side doesn't work out, it's okay. It's okay that it doesn't work out. It's okay that it doesn't work out more. And don't try to get my hands in all the different pots that are all shiny objects. So that's the universe reminding me. It's like, keep yourself focused on what you're in. A little pain in the left shoulder blade right now. And part of it right now for this magic mirror work is coming back to what's going on with me. Noticing the clarity that I can see with this right now. Thanking myself as well for being able to jump in and out of technology. The Wi-Fi here was not reliable. Needed to tether. Tethering, perfect. All right. So if I ever do anything out of here, it's tethering. Don't use the Wi-Fi for reliable internet in the way that I need it to be constant and consistent for a Zoom call. And a Zoom call is possible because I've got great tethering abilities. Having 100 gigs a month, so helpful. Thank you, universe, for getting us a plan where I can actually get what I need to, when I need to. Now taking a look at life, right? Right now I still have all this stuff. I'm going to take a look and see if I can turn that off. Good, I'm still recording. I want to put my phone in airplane mode and still keep recording. Have both and. And I still haven't finished the affirmations yet. So let's take a second to come back to that. Because that's part of it. It's all the grounding work for myself, through myself, by myself, as myself. All right. The universe is waiting for me to declare my worth. I think part of it is how to declare the worth. There's a part where the speakingness of it actually helps to align things. So there is that piece that as I speak, so I get clear. But if I think the speaking is what's actually doing it, then I'm losing sight of the process. Like the doingness of it isn't there. And then the thinking of things as well, dropping back and forth from guilt, shame, anger, fear to courage, love, ecstasy, all that. It's not that either. I actually don't know how it works in that way. I don't know how this bubbling works to come out. I don't truly know. I've got ideas. I'm going to keep practicing and playing and see what works better for me. But part of it is at least speaking it out loud. And that's DeMartini. Is like, I've written thousands of pages and it's really helped. I think that helps create more clarity, helps create more of the channel to be one and the same. And that's part of me for the magic mirror work. As I do this, I'm getting more and more clear in my channel. And then it helps me to be more present when I'm in the presence of others. Because right now there's a part that doesn't want to be seen. I'm trying to project myself a certain way. Okay. I'm looking back here. If my mother was the mother I hoped she would be, I would not be the man I'm proud to be today. I'm magnificent just the way I am. I listen to my immortal nature and it knows. My true nature is love and wisdom. Wisdom is the instantaneous recognition that crisis is a blessing. So even this last call, I'm taking it as a crisis in me being me. And if this can be a crisis, fantastic. What can I learn from these crises? Oh, I did not feel like I represented myself properly. Cool. Whether they notice or not doesn't matter. This is for me, to me, by me, through me. All right, I don't want to create calls where I feel that kind of tension. Cool. I don't want to feel out of alignment with myself. Cool. And I can now be more aware of that in more real time. Right afterwards, I noticed it. And during the call, I was ignoring it because I didn't want to show up a different way. I was attached to being that way because I was attached to an outcome. And that's part of the work is, what are the secret outcomes I'm attached to? I'm attached to being able to attain, retain, obtain things in a way that feels like in the old business way, it works better for me. And as much as I may not agree with someone else's practices, they get to choose. Just like someone else may not agree with my practices, but they get to choose. How do I keep engaging myself and engaging others? Okay. Shifting this, hopefully I can be heard properly, and if I can't, that's okay. All right. Life is a gift, thank you. No matter what I have done or have not done, I'm worthy of love. I am made of light, what can harm me? I am worthy of having all of my dreams come true. How is this helping me fulfill my destiny? Love is all there is. Everything else is illusion. No matter what I have done or have not done, I am worthy of love. I am worth it. I deserve to have my dreams. I deserve to take the time to focus on the infinite details to create them. I have a human will, and I'll align it with divine will and allow it to fill me and inspire me to write out each dream in a specific fashion. I see my dreams with crystal clarity. I am worthy of having my dreams come true. The pain of regret outweighs the pain of discipline. A genius listens to the guidance of the soul and obeys. I am a genius and I apply my wisdom. I do what I love and I love what I do. I'm a human being. I have every trait in perfect balance and they all serve. Whatever I see is me. Whatever appears, I look for the other side and am free. I take no credit and take no blame. This too is a lesson in love. Thank you for my skills and opportunities to participate in this world. And then I meet a sage, a wise being with a universal perspective. And what does he talk about? Eternity. He doesn't think in terms of mortal time and space. He thinks about forever. One answer to the four great questions is that we are stars, but love and light are equally true answers. The universe is an infinite school of unending spiritual light. We're here to learn, teach, and become our true nature, love and light, and those closest to us are our greatest teachers and students in this school of life. I look at great spans of time and see great order. In love, there is no loss. There is a vast intelligence running the world, and it is in order. Death is an illusion, life just changes form. I have a great vision, and money flows to help me fulfill it. There is nothing to fix, but much to love. Happiness and sadness are the two sides of fulfillment. I speak from my heart, and people listen. If two people are exactly the same, one of them isn't necessary. Put them on a pedestal, put them in the pit. Love them for who they are, and they become who you love. There is nothing but love, and all else is illusion. Where is God not? Gratitude is heaven, ingratitude is hell. Everything serves, including me. Nothing is missing, it just changes form. Forgiveness is a passing milestone on the path of love and truth. Thank you for giving me this experience. I talk to myself with the respect due a great genius. I look for the genius in everyone I meet. I link everything I do to my mission, and I am inspired by my life. I walk through the darkened doorway where fear lurks, and I turn on the light. I listen to my heart, which awakens my genius. My genius elevates me beyond my daily illusions. We are going to finish this 500-piece puzzle today. Every day, in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day I'm healthier. Every day I'm happier. Every day I'm clearer. I create my reality in every moment, in every hour, in every day. I am strength. I am love. I am joy. Make the rest of my life the best of my life. A genius is one who sees the guiding light of their soul, listens to the internal message, and obeys. I do what I love, and I love what I do. Inspired action, loving service, silent presence, grateful prayer, divine guidance, sharing wisdom, caring sincerely, study truths, temperate rhythm, fair exchange. Inspired action, loving service, silent presence, grateful prayer, divine guidance, sharing wisdom, caring sincerely, study truths, temperate rhythm, fair exchange. Inspired action, loving service, silent presence, grateful prayer, divine guidance, sharing wisdom, caring sincerely, study truths, temperate rhythm, fair exchange. I am a conscious teacher, guide, facilitator, lover, father, husband, and I am present with each and every moment of my life. I am a conscious teacher, guide, facilitator, lover, father, husband, and I am present with each and every moment of life. I am a conscious teacher, guide, facilitator, lover, father, husband, and I am present with each and every moment of life. Okay. So I'm clearer and clearer and clearer. When we retire at night, we constructively review our day. Were we resentful, selfish, dishonest, or afraid? Do we owe an apology? Have we kept something to ourselves which should be discussed with another person at once? Were we kind and loving toward all? What could we have done better? Were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? Or were we thinking of what we could do for others? Or what we could pack into the streams of life? But we must be careful not to drift into worry, remorse, or morbid reflection. For that would diminish our usefulness to others. After making a review, we ask God's forgiveness and inquire what corrective measures should be taken. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I really appreciate that idea. Thank you for giving me. God is like, what is there to forgive? I'm giving you these opportunities over and over and over again. Okay. So the other piece, replying to Courtney, replying to Elizabeth, is there. Let's see here. Let's take a look at these purpose statements. Let's take a look at these drafts. Oh, it's not raining that much outside again. I, Nicholas Hogar Wong, hereby declare before myself, God, and others that my primary purpose in life is to be a soul doctor. First for myself, and then for all those around me by teaching, serving, guiding, facilitating. And I'll do this through taking the highest priority actions every day, including taking the time for myself to explore, to do the magic mirror work, to grow, to do the DeMartini method, to practice affirmation and incantations, to look at my master life plan, to continue to hone in and be clear on what it is that I can most deliver into the world and practice delivering it. Right now, through my Ohana Sage and Ohana Breath companies with my founding partners, Marika and Matt, and eventually that will continue to expand, and I'll set up automatic systems for the intake and for the support and for sustainable fair exchange. Also for the automatic savings of at least 10% and the investings and growing of assets, and the delegation of how to manage not just the money, but also the areas of life that are my lower priority actions and are so important and high in the values, especially those of my beloved and those I care about. I want to keep growing my biological family, as well as growing my Ohana or spiritual family, and I will also share what I learn as quickly as possible, and as thoroughly as possible, and as completely as possible, so that I contribute to the collective wisdom of the world. And I will have wealth in all 7 areas of life, already recognizing that life is perfect and I am so wealthy, And I continue to welcome and invite in more wealth and manage it as well as I can and give it purpose and flow and clear direction so that I can create not just for the next year, 10 years, decades, but for the generations and lifetimes to come. I do this not because I want to hold on to it all and say it's mine. Rather, I'm getting clearer and clearer on my message. And by creating more wealth, I can spread that message more clearly and really found the school of unlearning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Recognizing that my school is not the school. I'm recognizing that more and more. I'm trying to tell other people how to run their business. And it's not serving me because I'm still running my own freaking business. And I haven't figured it out yet. So stop trying to do other things. It takes 1 to 3 years to really create success. And I haven't actually created the flow that I want to yet in terms of clients, revenue, sustainability. So until I do that, the universe is reminding me, stay to your true mission. If you're going to buy into something, buy into it as totally passive, not something that needs to be actively managed. Okay. And then as well as thinking about this, how to automate the systems, how to start recording the videos for the blue light, how to actually start reminding people, okay, all the light around us matters. Getting outside in the sunshine matters, which reminds me, let's get out in the sunshine again. It's not raining that much. Let's get my keys and get out in the sunshine. A big part of my life right now is practicing what I preach. And it's noticing when I'm not and not judging myself for not. It's just, okay, I'm not doing it the way I want to yet. Cool. So what? So what do I make that mean? Just putting that up, putting on the noise canceling, being out here in the sun, looking out at the clouds, remembering the gazing, the looking at life. It is really, in a way, dumpy around me. I'm looking at a barren field with a few cars parked in it. I'm looking at old factory buildings. And then if I look further, I see the mountains and the trees. And what is dumpy? What is beautiful, right? This itself is not the beauty I aspire to. And it's perfect for right now. Looking at the concrete, looking at the train tracks, and it's perfect for moving energy. That was a big part of it when I did those ceremonies with my dear brother Yvonne on the Thompson River and the trains were passing by. It was so powerful and beautiful. And I may use land like that again. I may ask, hey, I want to use that land. I'll let you know when I do. And just trusting it all to unfold, trusting it not to be right, not to be wrong. And then how do I have a camper that works, right? A camper that works in the way that I want, a van that works in the way that I want, or probably a rooftop pop-up tent at least in the way that I want, and then going off on little adventures with people, not trying to make it right or wrong again. Over and over again, noticing when I'm trying to make things right or wrong. So the things to automate. So getting out in the light, diet, movement, water intake, juicing, listening to the body, listening to nature, managing time and energy and sleep, essential oils, candles, slowly removing unnatural things, how to actually go about with looking at dis-ease, and that possibility, reminding people this is not medical advice, this is not being a medical doctor. I'm sharing with you how I went about my own process, and that when I started, I didn't believe it either. I read When the Body Says No, the book by Gabor Mate, Dr. Gabor Mate, and I thought there's a possibility this can work. And then I was introduced to the possibility that things could heal. I had a very low probability that I thought it would work, but I at least let go of the 100% disbelief. And that's how I approach a lot of life now, everything I hear, whether it's the telepathy tapes, whether it's the manifestation, whether it's aliens, whether it's good or bad, evil overlords, all that stuff, whether it's the Akashic records, whether it's the immortal soul, whether it's the Christ consciousness or the Anu consciousness or the glow children or the star seeds or the different planets we come from. It's like, how do I approach this? Even the idea that I can experience medicine myself without medicine, and I've helped other people to do that. Can I do that too and receive it? And then how do I actually step beyond, oh, someone's saying something, it's a judgment about me, and I've got to fight back. And then this morning, it's just being able to be with all these recordings. It's not right, it's not wrong. I'm talking a little bit louder than usual right now, and that's okay. Hopefully I'm not waking anyone else up here. People are coming through. Is there anything else that the light wants to tell me and show me? Just that my eyesight feels like it's getting clearer and clearer. Like it does feel like I'm actually getting clearer. I can see better now and less cloudy than I was. And I don't know what has changed truly. And I'm trusting it. So I'm gonna head back upstairs soon to start juicing, because the juice is a big part of it, I think. Creating a lot more green juice and then creating the red juice. And then sending some messages to Darin and to Courtney and to Elizabeth and to help clear out some of the energy there and get ready for a podcast. And then take a look at the glasses, and actually I'll take a look at them in person tomorrow and then see what it is that I want, what colors that I want. I'll definitely take a look at the glasses tomorrow and try them on again and see if I actually think that they're really fun. Because I do think that they are, and I want to have blue light glasses more, especially in the mornings, and especially not as yellowish tint as they have been. Man, this life is good. Like sometimes I'm pinching myself over how excited I am about life. And it's so funny that I'm this excited about life. And inspired. So transcendental, inspiration, certainty, enthusiasm, presence, gratitude. Transcendental, certainty, inspiration, presence, gratitude, enthusiasm, love. The 7 words. Got it. Woo! Let's get back inside. Oh. I'm a little bit worried about causing damage because I'm a little rough on my things, and part of it in the future is to be okay with that. Like it'll be temporary. Like these are tools that I get to use and that show them a little bit more care, a little bit more love too. Because these tools, it's not that they deserve love, but they like being loved. So I'm gonna put this camera right here. Boop. And then take a look. I haven't gotten a message from my beloved, so they may still be sleeping. That's okay. Vocational. I'm a master teacher, guide, facilitator, medicine man, traveling the world and transforming lives, and studying from the most inspiring people at the edge of challenge and support. I am sought after. I impact the one as powerfully as the many. And I'm so excited when I have the opportunity to impact many people at once, and so excited when I get to impact one person at a time, and being able to impact those I most desire to impact for the greatest effect for a more beautiful world. I am a leader of leaders, a leader of facilitators, a leader of guides, and at the same time, I'm able to keep seeking the leaders and guides that I want to seek. I attend the breakthrough experience, the training, and the integration and habit-forming work that follows afterwards, the creation of a business and founding with partners, especially for Ohana Sage, and including Ohana Breath, creating milestones and practicing following through, planning, hiring, founding, creation of the team that is coming together, crafting the visions and willing the speed of my life, creating easy, lucrative, and fun ways to bring this team together and to travel and explore in a safe and courageous and wondrous manner. To do this with gratitude forever as inquisitive explorers, seekers of wonder, seekers of experiences, integrators of experiences, harmonizer and balancer of experiences, and finding the harmony between seeking adventure and growing the foundation to make the foundation really solid so this can exist with or without me. It doesn't depend on me. I enhance it. I do not make it dependent on me. I generate sustainable fair exchange from this to generate the foundation of financial freedom, to know that I can create this no matter what, knowing that no matter what my asset base is, I always have the opportunity and ability to create easy, lucrative, and fun work again. I have a team that really wants to work with me and that we feel like Ohana, like family, and some may come, some may go, and many love to stay, and we get to build and deepen our relationships. Deepen them through all the different ways that we work together, challenge each other at the edge of challenge and support. I have the recognition of people I admire, people I love and care about, and let go of the opinion of strangers. I have something that is sought after, something where I keep being in highest and best, where I have all the trainings and retreats and support to move with the challenges and actually drive the next level. Okay. A big part of this I'm recognizing is, how do I communicate what I do from the place that people are at, the problems that they see, the things that they think are most important. And then what it comes back to, it's even like the breath I was doing yesterday, is helping someone to actually find real relaxation, letting go of the tenseness, the tightness, the stiffness that's there. And that is where the healing lies for many of us, letting go of what we're holding onto that's causing the dis-ease in the first place. And tension itself, it's just noticing it for me when it comes up. It feels so unnatural and uncomfortable now. And I'm better and quicker at recognizing it. And how many of us have continued to push through it, push past it, and say, I've created my success in spite of inspiration, the intention, the tension that's there. And almost missing the point and thinking the tension is important versus what's possible when I step outside of it, and I can always pick it up again. The remembering, the rhyming is there. But stepping outside of it, that's the real creativity, because we're working with creatives. And it's creatives in the sense that you're creating your life. You literally are, from a place of inspiration. We're bringing inspiration, and we're guiding people to be their own medicine. And as much as I'm making myself obsolete, I'm also not, because this is part of the process. Our voids become our values. Like, that is the piece that we get to this age and there are voids. Like, the next generation, we want to pretend that we can make things perfect for them. But if we really did that, they'd just be lumps. They'd be the Wallies. We're not trying to actually create that. I like that idea. We're trying to give our children better problems than we had. We could keep repeating the problems, but is that what we want to do? And the way the world feels like it's running out of time is because it feels like we're repeating the problems. And we're not. It's constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's evolving the way that we want, whether it's this very quick turnaround for buying things and the purchase loop and that cycle. And all of these cycles can be repurposed. Everything initially was looking at, how do we make this a war thing? Like planes, how do we make this a vehicle for war? And now it's a vehicle for travel, for connection. And then it's like, oh, we're losing sight of it now. Now it's just so simple that we're forgetting it. We're dysregulating ourselves with all this frequent travel and all this keeping up. And even for myself, it's noticing, because I'm looking at, oh, how do I pop in and out so I don't miss out time with my family? But how do I move with my family and not just try to pop in and out? And all the things in between. How to do the work. Really do the work, right? Okay. And I don't know yet. Family. I'm thinking about going, so what happened was I was thinking about going to the Breakthrough Experience in Toronto and inviting a few of my friends to go there, but also feeling like, oh my God, that's taking away from family and all this stuff and the stories that are there, and letting go of all of that, and thinking about the affiliate link now and how would that pay for things, and just letting it go. All right. I'm the father I want to be. A loving, fun, firm, and kind father. I'm a husband, a man, a son, a brother. I'm a leader in the familial home, living at home wherever I am in the world, comfortable wherever I am in the world. It's like having the most comfortable ass in the world. Anywhere I sit is the most comfortable seat ever. I am the kind of father who inspires others to want to be fathers, not some fantasy, but the reality. I am learning from the children, learning from the brothers, learning from the parents, learning from the generations before and afterwards. That's the biggest thing of being in family. It's that every single person is a teacher, whether they're young or whether they're older, whether they're wiser, whether they're stupider, whether they make mistakes or they're getting it just right. I'm in play and wonder while learning. We play together as a family because that's the experience we want of living in this world. And we continue to develop relationships where there's more trust, as trust is the currency we want to play with, and building that cycle of trust and noticing when the cycle of trust gets broken and resolving that as much as possible internally within our own family, rather than having to seek outside external laws. Bring it back whenever possible. I have several children who are very supported in their upbringing. I have close relationships where we spend time together and get to see and say what our favorite things are. We get to read stories we get to play, we get to travel together and have family vacations that are actually really fun and exciting and adventurous and new and novel. And they're not a rush or an escape. Work and play and family are so intertwined, and work and spirituality and family are so intertwined that I don't have to sacrifice one for the other, but rather each one enhances the other. And there's a knowingness of the enhancement that everyone wants us to have all three working in union, working in sacred union, working in communion. So thank you for this. I'm noticing as I'm reading these, my mind's going off in other places. I'm thinking about, oh, I've got a few hours to myself today. Do I want to watch the movies? Do I want to enjoy myself? Oh, I feel guilty about it. And noticing the guilt that comes up. I should be working, doing more, producing more. And then noticing all those different areas and reminding myself, okay, the learning can be anywhere. I am practicing unschooling myself, if anything. That's the piece that we're really doing. Unschooling is a practice not just for the children, but for ourselves. And I've been schooling myself for 44 years of how I'm supposed to do things, and it's not been working out a lot of ways. And it has been working out. So how do I keep unschooling myself? Every day, creating curriculum for myself, following through, guiding myself and being guided too. This unschooling, the school of unlearning is a school of unschooling as well. School of unschooling and then actual learning. What am I excited about in each moment? And what is the structure I'm willing to create so that I'm actually noticing where I'm pushing up against my edges at the same time? Because if I purely had every whim, every moment, that may not actually serve. Because I'm not noticing what the edges are. I can get into a little bit of brain mushy, like when I was playing StarCraft 2 and playing so much of it, and then watching it, and then being addicted to watching and playing that cycle and that loops, that when I'm actually playing, I'm no longer enjoying myself. I'm just trying to do something. I'm so tired. Because I don't want to come from a place where I'm tired all the time. I actually want to rest and come back to excitement, rest and come back to inspiration, rest and come back to love. And then being so inspired that when I'm resting. When I'm not. It's like I'm not trying to rest because I feel like I have to rest. I'm so grateful that I have my beloved, and how do I keep getting more and more support being created so that I can actually be the creative version of myself and the playful version of myself as often as possible. That's what I'm actually creating this year, is creating the company the way I want it to be. And that it's easy, lucrative, and fun. Easy and fun, yes. Making it lucrative as well is the guidepost this year. Okay. Spiritual. I'm a transcendental, loving, grateful, inspired, enthusiastic, certain, and present being, and presence right now is my peace. I am in my simplicity and grounded visions, and I'm able to be with complex material and see the hidden order of things. I am the experience of words rather than the definition of words or looking for someone else to approve of me. I choose the most meaningful courses, retreats, experiential opportunities, and continue to dive in and learn from the guides and the masters. I guide, teach, lead, and listen to each other's songs. I channel and meet extraterrestrials. I have channeling and transcendental experiences, loving experiences, grateful experiences, experiences of certainty and presence and enthusiasm that I'm meant to have in this lifetime. I have the supporters, the family that wants to travel along the spiritual journey with me, and the loving presence that when they come, when they go, I don't have to hoard, even people or experiences. As I'm reading, I'm thinking about all these experiences I want to have. Man, I want to go to Soltara, I think it is. I do want to go to Rhythmia at some point. I want to work with Blue Morpho. I want to do a darkness retreat. I want to do a Vipassana at some point. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Machu Picchu. I want to go to Mount Shasta. I want to go to the Mojave. I want to go to Moab. I want to go to the Yosemites again and see the great redwoods. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Japan. There's so many wants. I want to be in the World Cruise Ship. I want to be serving. I want to be receiving. I want to experience the God molecule. I want to experience the what is it? God bomb, I think is what Aubrey calls it. And coming back to right here, right now. It's a reminder for me sometimes I can get complacent. And in that complacency, I'm forgetting what else I'm excited about. And then bringing back that excitement and then not looking at it, something's missing. Just, I can have an excitement. And it's an excitement even, oh my God, upgrading this computer to the one that has the better webcam and the nano texture glass. Sure. And do I need it at all? No. There's not a better camera. not a better microphone. But then I could also take a look at, oh, do I want that other device that's smaller that may work better, the DJI thing? No. Can I take a look at what's next? What else is there? What else is there? The home that I'm living in. Okay, this place definitely isn't perfect, but it's right now. And if I had perfection, would that be okay right now? Because part of my idea of more perfection is having a freestanding home, but then it's actually having all the support for that, which includes actually hiring, interviewing, having it work out, knowing that anyone may leave at time, then that's another piece of work. There's not an end to the places that I could spend money. Let's be honest. Right now it's being more clear, how do I want to spend money? Okay, mental. I'm a genius and I apply my wisdom. I had the mental clarity to learn from every experience, gathering and recording the most important data, and whatever is really important to me, I got for life. I know how to seek out the greatest fonts of wisdom, whether they be people, books, videos, podcasts, audios, experiences, and I have the mental acuity to make the most of every experience. I'm a philosopher king, a mentalist, a mathematician. I'm known for my ability to decipher complex issues, bring simplicity to them, to not be caught up in the story behind how things happen, and inspire others to step into their own version of things. I don't always need to show the work because I am the work. I remain a voracious, inquisitive explorer, reading and consuming in ways to educate myself, also watching and listening and recording every experience and synthesizing and simplifying the most important information in the most efficient ways. I'm not just rushing to get more. Rather, I'm learning what is important to learn right now and applying it as quickly as possible because see, do, teach, as I've learned from medical school, is a wonderful process where I both learn and then I start practicing it and then I start teaching it because in all the different aspects, there is learning and growth. I find the most efficient ways for me to do things right now and synthesize from the already synthesized information when that can serve as a shortcut. And I realize that everyone I learn from, I take 80%, leave 20%, or take 20%, leave 80%, whatever serves. I'm not here to fully agree with any one person in all things. I solidify the foundation by learning, teaching, and doing, all at once. I'm courageous enough to learn and share even from the place where I may not have full clarity right away, knowing that it keeps getting better and better and better. From this, I will have the privilege of a highly cultured life for the sake of fulfillment of this lifelong quest. I'll have stimulating conversations and be surrounded by people who actually want to have these conversations and dive in deep with love and care to guide each other to a more beautiful state of enlightenment. I have the ability to step away from those interactions that are not serving me. I noticed as I was reading this, I was thinking about the telepathy and being in the presence of someone with telepathy, someone who's having, who spells. And I'm thinking of the person from the Breakthrough Experience movie in Alberta, because what I could learn and invite them to teach, not knowing how to teach, is telepathy. There's a beingness of being around them that I think I can be more present with them and serve them, and then they can serve by somehow imparting. And when I open the channels, being able to receive, how do I open this channel? And do I want to open this channel this lifetime? Will I stop wanting to talk and be with people? Is that, and part of it, doing this magic mirror work, is actually getting more and more clear. And it's going to be a little bit jarring to be fully in receipt of someone else, and then fully in receipt of myself, and then fully exposing myself at the same time. All three of those things can be quite challenging. I can't even imagine the parents of these children. Wow, what powerful souls to be able to hold this. And before I was judging them, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong that caused this? Like, whether it's, and I'm going to say it out loud, whether it's different things that we put in our body, things that we expose ourselves chemically, things that we expose ourselves radioactively, or whether it's truly just a fluke of nature that this is increasing so much, or this is the guidance, this is the way that we're transforming. And it probably is a combination of all of those things. And so when we look at them and say, this has to be in isolation, that's part of the downside of the scientific method, that it's all or none kind of thing. And then we try to look from that realm. Okay, I think I got a message. Morning. I'll finish up and head back up soon. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Financial. I am a master wealth generator and creator, someone who's got the Midas touch and who spreads this freely and abundantly in ways that serve, who amplifies their voice with the wealth that's already been created and the wealth that is being created for the legacy of hundreds of years to come and many generations to come. I create and I'm supported in creating systems that automate the savings and investing of wealth, starting at least $100 a month and or 10% of the income, automatically going towards saving and investing in multiple areas, including cryptocurrencies, private placements, stock market, savings, and others that we know we can grow the wealth in the best way possible. Having so many trusted managers that we could spread the money around and different trusts and structures and systems that make it as bulletproof as possible. And recognizing that regardless of what our net assets are, that we are creating the ability to generate wealth over and over again, regardless of the multiverse and regardless of the external circumstances. Finding the best teachers to learn from, different states, stories, and strategies, and having amazing managers, teachers, coaches, asset managers to guide this wealth to better places and better uses, and learning about sovereignty and trust and stepping outside of the regular system and outside of any one country that could control all the wealth. Living a life where there is so much asset generation that I can easily support my entire biological family and be able to spread it with my ohana to support amazing causes that are meaningful and investments that can supercharge and turbocharge the changes we want to see. Live a life where we can choose and play at any time, the luxuries and the conveniences and the support staff that make life even more worth living. Okay. Whew. Okay. So then there is 0312 social. I believe that's what usually comes next. And then taking a look at the voice memos. There's so much work that's happened since then. Love list. And then looking at the transcript. Social. All right, let's actually just record this the way it was and have fun with it and then edit it later. I'm going to record this the way it was. I'm going to record this the way it was. It's funny, it's not picking up right now. Test, test, test. No. All right, it doesn't want to. Oh, it's crashing, that's why. Funny that it crashed. All right, so we'll try typing it. All right, so where is it? I am the best socialite I can imagine in the situations that I want to be a socialite. I am a leader. I am invisible when I want to be and super visible when I want to be. I am a chameleon, a master disguiser whenever I want to be as well. I observe the interactions of people. I listen more than I speak. I ask really high quality questions of myself and others. I learn from people who are master socializers, whether it's a vocal coach, singing coach, touch coach, coaches, and guides for each skill that I want to level up on. No, just recording some stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, yeah.
Just didn't want to disturb you.
Ah, you're always disturbing, that's okay.
Back in a minute.
Let's see here. And a dance coach for sure, as I learn how to dance and be proficient at the dancing and selection of food and eating and living a really good, cultured life. I have amazing people around me and surround myself in circles that elevate experiences to transcendence, love, gratitude, certainty, enthusiasm, presence, inspiration. The circles reinforce consistently. Perfect. All right. I've created the next love list, and it's not perfect, and it's perfect I've done it this way. I'm going to spend time with the family again soon. Take a breath. Thank you. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy life. And just friggin' enjoy life and creating the structure that's really working. All right. Ciao for now.